Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life, is a self-help book by Canadian clinical psychologist Jordan Peterson. The book is a follow-up to his previous best-selling book, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos. In Beyond Order, Peterson expands on the ideas presented in his first book, offering additional guidance on how to live a fulfilling and meaningful life. Here is a list of the key principles he mentions as he expands on his 12 rules. 1. Taking responsibility for one's actions and being accountable for the consequences of those actions is essential for developing a sense of personal agency. 2. Tradition and culture can provide a sense of purpose and direction in life. 3. Political correctness stifles free speech and leads to a lack of intellectual diversity, ultimately leading to a loss of freedom. 4. Personal freedom is about taking responsibility for one's own life and making choices based on one's own values and beliefs. 5. Work is an essential part of life that gives us a sense of purpose, and creativity is a key aspect of work that allows us to express ourselves and find meaning in our lives. 6. A balance between chaos and order is essential for personal growth and development. 7. Taking care of oneself and others is crucial for fulfilling moral and ethical obligations. 8. Honesty and truthfulness are essential for building strong relationships and maintaining personal integrity. 9. Planning for the future and being prepared for unexpected events is important for survival and success. 10. Personal growth and development require embracing change and adapting to new circumstances. 11. Setting realistic goals and being content with what can be achieved is important. 12. Forgiveness and redemption are essential for healthy relationships. 13. Consistency and perseverance are key for achieving success in personal development and work. 14. Living in the present moment and cherishing each day is important for a fulfilling life. 15. Setting small, achievable goals and being patient with the process of change and personal development. 16. Self-care and taking care of others are moral and ethical obligations. In Beyond Order, Jordan Peterson uses a variety of examples, stories, and personal anecdotes to illustrate his points. Here are a few examples. 1. The story of the Tower of Babel is used to illustrate the dangers of overreaching and trying to accomplish more than is humanly possible. Peterson argues that the people's attempt to build a tower that reached the heavens was hubristic and ultimately led to their downfall, and that it is important for us to set realistic goals for ourselves and to be content with what we can achieve. 2. The story of the prodigal son from the Bible is used to illustrate the importance of forgiveness and redemption. Peterson argues that the prodigal son's return to his father and his father's willingness to forgive him is a powerful example of the importance of forgiveness and second chances in human relationships. 3. The story of the tortoise and the hare is used to illustrate the importance of consistency and perseverance. Peterson argues that the tortoise's steady and consistent approach ultimately led to his victory over the hare, who was overconfident and failed to finish the race. He points that this is an example of how we should approach our work and personal development, with consistency and perseverance. 4. Peterson shares a personal story about his experience of being diagnosed with a life-threatening illness and how it changed his perspective on life. He shares a personal story about his experience of being diagnosed with a life-threatening illness. He doesn't specify what the illness was, but he describes how it changed his perspective on life and how it taught him the importance of living in the present moment and cherishing each day. According to the book, the diagnosis was a shock to Peterson and it made him realize how fragile and uncertain life can be. He felt a sense of vulnerability and uncertainty and started to question the meaning of his life. He was reminded of his own mortality and the importance of living a meaningful and fulfilling life. 5. Peterson also the story of how he overcame a period of depression by taking on the responsibility of caring for his daughter and the experience of teaching a class at the University of Toronto. Teaching at the University of Toronto allowed Peterson to share his knowledge and experience with others and to make a positive impact on their lives. He found that his students were eager to learn from him and that he was able to help them understand complex concepts and ideas. The experience of teaching also helped Peterson to regain a sense of confidence in his abilities and to feel more fulfilled in his work. In addition, taking care of his daughter helped Peterson to develop a sense of responsibility and to understand the importance of putting others first. He found that caring for his daughter helped him to focus on something outside of himself and to develop a sense of purpose. It also helped him to understand the importance of taking care of oneself, both physically and emotionally, in order to be able to take care of others. 6. Peterson also shares the story of a patient with severe depression who was able to overcome her condition by setting small, achievable goals for herself and working towards them. This example is used to illustrate the importance of setting goals, taking small steps towards achieving them, and being patient with the process of change and personal development. Overall, the principles and examples provide guidance on how to live a fulfilling and meaningful life, drawing on Peterson's experience as a clinical psychologist and his own personal experiences. They offer a holistic perspective on how to improve one's life and become the best version of oneself. This summary was brought to you by them folks at Wisdom Slice, bringing you your fresh whizzy slice. The author of this book is the famous psychologist Jordan Peterson, who is from the same country as Mr. Champagne Papi himself, Canadian rapper Drake, who seems to be running out of ideas, having recently collaborated with losers such as 21 Savage and Travis Scott. Rappers are generally losers, especially the rapper 6ix9ine, but we aspire to be winners here at Wisdom Slice, and want to contribute to you becoming a winner too. So join our online communities and do hit up our book nerd team with any books you would like us to summarize for you. And we'd be more than happy to deliver your next fresh wisdom slice. Peace out and much love, homies. Please go ahead and select your next book.